Y'all ain't finished. Y'all ain't finished. Make sure you come ready to go this next week.
How about those?
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com, your number one source for Chiefs news. Make sure you check us out at ChiefsBlitz.com. Also, my partner extraordinaire, Mr. Hense Todd, running the show along with Mango in the back end somewhere in the United Kingdom. We appreciate you guys for doing all that. Hense, welcome. You can catch his show every Saturday night when they talk all things Kansas City sports with Coach Dre on their YouTube channel. It's 6:30, 6 o'clock. Somewhere in there, right? All right, cool. All right, with that said, let's talk about our sponsors who make the show go here at the Chiefs Blitz Four Guys in a Bar podcast. All right, let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Chief Who?
Next time, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
The guys at Resell Electronics, roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell with a C, electronics.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the Chiefs Blitzers. All right,
Hey, there we go. let's get everybody unplugged.
Let's get everybody up.
I gotta tell you, Nick, on those commercials, you I think could sit in like as an auctioneer somewhere. I don't know if Hense was had the flame under your seat or what, or you guys had somewhere to be, but that was awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Really fast.
Talk about this one. I seen that you put in the chat. Is it going to be like a free custom?
Yep. Yeah. Coming up this weekend, the free bet is going to be Patrick Mahomes. It's an automatic winner. All he has to do is complete a pass for 1 yard, and you pick higher, and then you can put that in your parlay. You can play multiple Chiefs players in the pick'em segment. Also, you can pick other teams and other players. You have to pick if you do the pick'em, and you do 2 to win 3 or 3 to win 2 or 2 to win 3. You have to do 2 different teams or 3 to 4, 4 to 5, whatever it is you want to do. Or if you just want to risk it all on getting all 3 or getting all 4, you can certainly do it. But they're giving away Patrick Mahomes free this week. So that's an automatic win. So if you do a pick'em and you do 2 out of 3 pay, you're going to make some money.
All right. You guys keep saying automatic, whatever. Is Underdog just like trying to put the kibosh on us right now? Like,
it's all good, man.
This is an easy winner. Like, hey, if
no, you can't play it by itself. You have to.
Well, no, my point is that you put it in at over like half a yard, which basically means as soon as he completes a forward pass, it should be good enough.
Goes green.
The cynic in you, or the person that's always like really panicked and worried about games is, oh my God. I mean, it's so easy for them to win that maybe Patrick gets hurt on the very first play and he doesn't throw it.
Don't even say it.
Don't you say a word out of your mouth like that. Sir, why would you say anything like that?
That's
why your mouth and say that. Sir?
Yeah, they just making it easy. They just making it
started
easy.
when he said automatic, right? And then actually Underdog putting it out there. So
hey,
you gotta be
Justin
careful.
Herbert was the pick last week.
They're just making it easy for everybody to join. It's Mahomes. Mahomes gonna get you some change. So go ahead and get it done.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, shout out to Mango for the overlays. That is the new theme, or the theme-ish for the New Orleans Super Bowl.
Look at that. Yes, Mardi Gras colors.
I wasn't quite sure what it was in the beginning, and I kind of questioned it. And I thought
purple, yellow, green, red.
Hense made me figure it out, so it's all good.
Okay.
What did you think, Nick? What do you think?
Well, when I saw those eyes staring back at me, I thought, okay, this is kind of creepy. But then again, I looked at this and I started looking at some of the NFL stuff that they do, and it's like, oh, they've all got this kind of sort of thing going. I guess that's the vibe for New Orleans and the Mardi Gras. And, I've been down there for Mardi Gras. I'm not sure I remember.
It's a dope thing.
I've been there twice.
It's a dope theme. I like it.
It looks great. And I like the coloring.
It just missing Joe Burrow on there, because like New Orleans, Joe Burrow, LSU, that's what it's missing. Everything else is good.
We made it 8.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. That's the last time. That's the last time he won a championship.
Absolutely, and he did in a dominant fashion.
Everywhere he go, he got to talk about his baby daddy, man. Everywhere,
Joe Burrow is him,
and his only.
Yes, sir. Well, unlike Mr. Glazy over here, he's passed around the whole Chiefs organization. Everybody is great to them.
Hey, everybody is great. But again, I want to thank Ruben for coming in.
It's a glass hose for every player.
Thank everybody for coming in. Thank everybody for everybody for joining in. But we got a little
guys have rings.
Yeah.
Hey, Sky Moore has more touchdowns in the Super Bowl than Chase does.
Ooh. And where's Sky Moore right now?
He's
polishing his Super Bowl rings, Coach.
All right. Let's move on to the breaking news.
This is a charity Super Bowl. That's a participation Super Bowl.
Let's get on to the breaking news.
Give us that baby.
There you go, Skillet.
All right, there it is. Breaking news: the Chiefs have signed wide receiver Jason Brownlee to the practice squad. This is per Matt Derrick. I know very little about Jason Brownlee other than he looks good in green, but he'll probably look better in red. I would assume this is because I think McCole Hardman we may not see. We'll see about that. But I think this is just the Chiefs just making sure they have another wide receiver, as a potential backup in case something happens. So it's just them being prepared. So again, if somebody else can tell me more about Brownlee, rock on. I did not do my research today.
Skinny fast guy. If I recall, I think he might have been on the team, or at least he was in camp during their Hard Knocks day. I guess that wasn't this past summer, the summer before. I'm all confused with all these different hard. They do it's like 6 different Hard Knocks a year now. But who was the summer team this year?
I
think remember. It was the Chicago Bears. Was it?
Yeah, it was
right. Yeah, so it was the Bears this past summer.
Boy, that left an impression on us.
The summer before it was the Jets because that was Rodgers' first year there, so he was prominent during the summer. And I believe Jason Brownlee was one that they had featured, and there was a couple other receivers as well. But
Giants were the team. Thank you, Weston.
That was awesome.
Brewster.
Giants.
Weston, like it.
Was awesome.
Thank you, Weston. We appreciate that. We haven't seen you
like
before. Welcome.
The draft. That was like free agency, draft, and so forth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, good call.
So how fast is this young man? I mean, how fast is it? We talking about the man's backstory and what team is he fast enough to produce an Andy Reid's offense? That's what I'm saying. What can he bring to this offense? That's the real
more
question.
than likely he's not going to play anytime soon.
Damn right he ain't going to play. Damn right he ain't going to play.
Hey,
we'll see him.
4.59. Here we go.
We'll
all right,
see
thanks,
him
man. Go 4.9.
We'll see him in the summer. Maybe we'll see him in the summer.
He is a possession receiver.
Somebody on the show talking about he's fast. Like, what's
faster than you? That's right.
Hey, there's no wrong with that, man. Fast enough to be out there.
Ruben. Put him in his place. It's still 12 minutes in.
Yeah. Faster than Drake.
Yeah.
But again, if she's got a lot of 1-year deal guys that's going to be free agents, so this is the time to get up on the
give him a look see, let him run with the scout team.
Whoever comes in.
Yeah, you got to run at least about 4.2. Hey, they're looking for elite speed here, man. Not no 4.5 or 4.6. But hey, the opportunity presents itself. Go for it, man.
Oh man. Hey, did man lose the size to wear the same color hoodie? I think I got black and red on. He had black and red on.
What you talking about, man?
Guess what?
Hey now.
Yeah.
A lot of Chiefs gear is black and red.
That's true.
Well, let's get right into Chiefs.
I just want my man to see a part of the field, man. I want him to see a part of the field.
He will. He'll be on the practice field today and with the walkthrough tomorrow.
And hopefully he'll get a participation trophy.
He'll get a ring. Hey, if they win a Super Bowl, he'll get a ring.
Ain't that crazy?
That's great.
So what you got for us today for Chiefs, Lou?
Let's do it.
What do we have today? I think everybody is going to enjoy this one. That's right, gang. It is Wednesday, so it is time for Chief Who? And you might be saying that after this one. It is the divisional round version of Chief Who. So take that into account. Wink, wink. So we had a winner last week. It was Niall Davis. Michael Blocker, I believe, was the blitzer that guessed properly.
He's 1-0 right now.
That's right.
Yeah,
got that one right. So do we have? Is the band playing this week?
Strike up the band, Hensley.
All right, Hensley, strike up the band, baby. Let's do this.
Yeah, get it.
And there's that beautiful man there, Eric Haynes, who sponsors this shindig. I will read a series of concocted clues that only mean something to me and maybe a few of you out there, hopefully. And you'll tell me which Chief this is. Now, again, it is a divisional round.
So is it current Chief or any Chief?
And it is a divisional round.
Gotcha.
I guess.
So it's one of the 4 teams, right?
It's like we had Niall Davis. So some Chiefs that has played in a divisional round.
Okay, all right. You have to clarify here.
So this is wide open. Could be anybody. All right. This Chief
before you get started.
Started playing football, didn't start playing football until his junior year of high school. He did matriculate, did get a scholarship to go play college tackle football. And as a senior, was Conference Player of the Year. His college team could have been called the Adder Cops. His college team could have been called the Adder Cops.
Ruben said Tamba Hali.
It is not. Good guess. One of his best games as a Chief did come in the divisional round, in which he had 10 solo tackles and 2 tackles for loss.
I know it is.
He finished his career with a familiar opponent.
Paul says the Koye.
10 solo tackles, 2 tackles for loss. I think that may tell us what side of the ball he played on. But again, hey, however you want to play this.
All right, let's get it.
You can say he trusted the process in his career. So you can say he trusted the process in his career. All right. So what do we got? We got Neil Smith. Nicholas, our winner from last week. It is not Neil Smith. Okoye, Tamba, none of those guys. So let me recap quickly. Didn't start playing football till his junior year in high school. His Conference Player of the Year as a senior. College team could have been called the Adder Cops. One of his best games as a Chief, the divisional round, where he had 10 solo tackles and 2 tackles for loss.
Mike DeVito?
No, it isn't. Finished his career with a familiar opponent. And then you can say he trusted the process in his career. So, going once. Going twice. Going thrice. All right, gang. Thanks for jumping in and playing or guessing. Let's turn it over to the panel. Hensley, what's your guess?
Eric Berry. Is it Eric Berry? Number 29.
Not Eric Berry. Nick, who proclaimed two notes in that I know who it is. Nick.
Drew Tranquil.
It is not Drew Tranquil. Coach.
Don Terry Poe.
It is not Don Terry Poe. All right. So started playing football as a junior. He was Atlantic 10 Defensive Player of the Year. What are the other ones? The Adder Cops. Adder Cop is a synonym for spiders. So he played at Richmond. Finished his career with a familiar opponent called the Houston Texans. And you can say he trusted the process in his career. He currently has a podcast on the KCSN called The Process. None other than linebacker number 59, Sean Barbershop Barber.
Oh.
That's right. So there you have it, gang. Your Chief who for this week.
Sean
Barber. Against the Colts in 2003 in the game that featured no punts. He had 10 solo tackles and 2 tackles for loss. Great day to be a Chiefs fan, I guess, for parts of the game. But Peyton Manning, they couldn't stop him. They ended up losing that game 38-31. But Coach Vermeil had him rolling. But Peyton was just too much. But Sean Barber had a great game.
Yeah, he did. Let's not talk about that game anymore.
All right, so we'll come back next week, hopefully, with the AFC Championship version of this game. And and of course, it will again be brought to you by Eric.
Yes, very good, Lou. All right, Nicholas, you're still in the lead for the playoff prize. So congratulations.
Man,
that game must have touched your spirit, Nick. It must have touched your spirit, man. You want to talk about the game, Nick? Was it? Did it?
I don't want to talk about that game.
That game there.
Yeah, I know.
That's the game I was there. That's the game that made me
I
cry.
have the complete backstory of why that team, what happened that weekend before that game. So one day I'll share that.
Man. I just hate it. I mean,
that's when Priest Holmes stepped out of bounds, right? Was that game?
No. It was. Let's see. 3 things happened. One, Eddie Kennison. No, not Eddie Kennison. Former Detroit Lions wide receiver Perryman.
You talking about Morton?
Morton. He dropped a touchdown pass. Let's see. Tony Gonzalez dropped a pass that would have been a first down in the red zone. That was huge. And then on the very last play,
the X Factor brought one back.
The Chiefs designed the perfect play, a middle screen. They sent all the wide receivers to the end zone. They put the 3 offensive linemen. They threw the ball to Priest Holmes. One of the Colts linebackers with a fingertip somehow got Priest Holmes to the ground. He would have walked into the end zone with that entourage. So yeah. Would have tied the game.
When you say it like that, man, it's not more depressing, man.
Did you guys watch the Texas Ohio State game?
I seen a little bit of it.
Okay,
yes.
So right before the half, there's 20 seconds left, but Ohio State brought out a very similar play.
Yep, they did.
And the guy catches the screen at about his own, 25 or 30 yard line and goes the distance.
Take it to the house.
You recall, I think, and also there was a similar play against Dallas with Tyreek Hill and they got crushed in the game, but the Hail Mary, right, where they right before half, there's 5 seconds left or something.
Perfectly executed play.
Everybody goes deep. They dump it over to Tyreek, and by the time he got to the 20, all the receivers had cleared the Dallas defense out. But yeah, those are two similar plays that worked.
Yeah, they lost that game because Greg Robinson, the defensive coordinator, on Friday decided to change the entire game plan and implement it on Saturday in a walkthrough, and the Chiefs were very unprepared.
We would have beaten New England in the next round, too.
We would have destroyed the Patriots the next round.
We would have beat New England.
And they had Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning at that time was an assassin.
They were on fire that day. That just so many mistakes the Chiefs made. Any one of them that they don't make, they win that game.
Yeah.
That's the only quarterback that I hated more. That's the only most hated quarterback. You know what I mean?
More than Joe Burrow.
For your generation, yeah. John Elway was mine.
Mine was Peyton Manning. You hear that Omaha? You knew it was coming. You knew something was coming up there.
I hated John Elway. I feel you.
He changed everything. The next you know is bow right in your face. He's killing you.
Mine was John Elway too, man. John Elway, when the ball's in his hands in the fourth quarter, you know John Elway gonna get it done. It was Elway for me, man.
But when you say Peyton Manning was the most general killer to kill defenses that you ever seen was on as a quarterback. Luke.
Peyton Manning was a beast.
Say that.
He did a lot at the line of scrimmage. He did a lot of Mike Tomlin has a saying to do the routine things routinely.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton could just dissect you.
Yeah.
And it's like Chinese water torture, and Brady kind of got to that level as he got to the end of his career.
Yeah.
I think with Peyton, they didn't win enough. I mean, they won a lot, but they didn't win enough to really make it, get him to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as coming to the line of scrimmage, getting everybody set, they rarely ran motions and shifts.
Yeah.
Peyton was like a guy, hey, we're going to line up. I want to see how they're lined up, and then I'll tell you guys exactly what to do or what the signals are, whatever. And it was almost boring to watch, but it was so damned effective. If you're a Colts fan, it was great. But if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're like, what do we?
It was precision football at its best.
I think for me, when the play breaks down, the plays on the line, Elway was the guy because you knew Elway was gonna get it done. Elway was like the perfect quarterback, man, in big moments, man.
You just hated him. You just
that
hated
was
him.
the thing with
Elway,
Peyton
man.
is that you didn't have that element to his game.
No,
Where
he
you
could
could
not run.
there was play like Elway's like a lot of the guys that are playing now. You can have the play perfectly defended, but then it's the play after the play. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Patrick to some degree. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of teams that are like, we had everything, buttoned up and whatever. And all of a sudden, this guy that can barely run is 30 yards downfield getting first downs. And now they're kicking a field goal to win the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
no, absolutely. He was. I remember watching him his rookie year. The Chiefs were playing Indianapolis. They'd gone up like 23 to 7 or 10 or something like that, and Manning gets 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, beats him 24-23. It's just that's when you knew you were in trouble.
Threw 28 interceptions that year.
These new Chiefs fans, these new Chiefs fans, they ain't lived through those moments.
Y'all spoiled. You haven't lived it. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is to the NFL what John Elway was to the Chiefs. I mean, that's
you go.
They didn't live up to
similar.
Tyler Thigpen.
Another one of those guys that
Damon's my boy, man. I love Damon Huard, man.
You know what's crazy? Jake Plummer, I think Plummer from Denver. Remember the
Jake Plummer, yeah.
What was their favorite play they did? They always get Kansas City with this shit. They always get them with it, man. What was that? The bootleg. Every time I watched them, I'm like, God damn, this bootleg, bro.
Gary Kubiak is a brilliant offensive coordinator, and he was the king of teaching them how to do it. And
that whole tree, Shanahan, Kubiak, and now half the league's coaches are
they
Shanahan, McVay.
I just say, Kansas City, what are y'all doing? They're doing the same damn play, bro. God.
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
So before we get to the next thing, let's get right back into the sponsors before we get in the main segment of the show.
All right, let's do it.
Please.
Let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of the Barbershop.
My incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, guys at Resell Electronics.
Emily.
Big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence. Stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell.com.
Resell.
And now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have as part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered with the Chiefs Blitzers. All right, let's talk about our.
Hey, one
Right,
piece,
there
one
we
piece
go.
that I
Good.
don't know that has come up yet, Nick, is just to let people know you're not, required to deposit like hundreds of dollars.
No,
You can
start with
deposit
$5.
as little as $5.
Yeah.
And then you get a match by using the promo code, and then
Right.
it's up to you. You can bet it or use your entry fee as $1, $2, whatever it happens to
it
be.
makes no difference.
But don't feel like you have to be some sort of aggressive player and putting down $100 every time.
Yeah, no. And and even when you play the pick'em game, they do a free pick in all sports. This week they're doing Patrick Mahomes, assuming he throws for at least 1 yard. You automatically win. It goes green. And then if you're playing the pick'em game and you're picking 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 things to happen with your favorite players, again, you can put in $5 and you could win 10, you could win 15, 20. It just kind of depends, on how you set it up. But it's fun to play with.
He said, I play this game every day.
I enjoy it. It's not like I'm throwing a whole bunch out there.
I think that's the key to it here is that you could put down, $1, $2. And my son's really turned me on to these games because he's not a huge, he's not laying out hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Maybe $10 at a time or $5 at a time. But, when you put your entry together and you've got like 5 or 6 picks, if you hit them all, it might be a big payout, and it tells you exactly what it's going to pay out when you make your selections. So that makes it real easy, real simple, and user friendly. So for those of you that are not used to using these types of apps, don't feel intimidated or feel like it's way too much for you.
Yeah.
A small amount can go a long way, and then it's just a fun way to play. And when Nick says 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5, in certain games, you have to win every single selection, or you can adjust it to say that, hey, if I win 3 out of 4, now it's going to be a little bit less, obviously, but you can still win by not having to win every entry. So again, we'll walk you through it. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and fire away in the chat, but it's real simple to play, and you don't have to, lay out your grocery money. To really have fun and enjoy, just kind of going up against your friends and just trying to win a few bucks. Yeah.
And it's in most states, and there's some levels of the game that you can play in some states and not others. The champions are all in green. Obviously we're big here, in Missouri. Obviously they legalized the opportunity for these games to exist in the state. So that's why Underdog came to us, because they thought we'd be a good partner for them, and they've been a great sponsor so far. No complaints. We appreciate them very much.
Yes, sir.
That's it, man.
Make it easy by Lou. 1-on-1, man. Make it easy.
We'll probably do a whole show just dedicated on the best way to do it.
Tutorial on draft. Hey, a tutorial Underdog.
I love
I'll be painting the wall on this so you can watch the paint dry.
Underdog segment with Lou, man. We're gonna break down Underdog for y'all, gentlemen. We're gonna break it down for you.
Well, we don't want to. I don't want to talk down to people either, because there's some people that are very experienced. They're like, "What are you talking about?" Of course, that's basic stuff.
Absolutely.
But then you have some folks that are like, "Wow, what's this all about?" Do I have to, do I have to bet $1,000? I mean, not everybody's at the same level. So
there are limits. There are limits to the champions round.
And try to make it easy for everyone to just participate and just have fun and not have it be you've got your grocery money on a game.
Hey, man. We don't phonics with Lou, man.
You must be 18 years old, or at least in most of the states. So
hey, Lou, how much does it cost for a course?
What's that?
How much does it cost to get a course a one-on-one?
Well, if you subscribe to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, I think you get a little lesson every single show.
There you have it, guys.
We'll give you a lesson every show.
So it is gratis. It is free. It's no cost.
Straw BJ is back. Welcome.
What's happening?
Hey, Straw BJ back in the fold. Very nice to see
talking
you.
about
All my money, she said. Shout out, man. Shout out to the missus,
Take
man.
all my money.
but again, Lou broke it down like
our Norway fan is giving you props.
Yeah, that's right. Always make it.
Ikoe? Are you any
in
relation
Norway.
to IKEA?
Yeah, man.
I like Ikoe. I like Ikoe better than
IKEA.
IKEA.
Lou broke it down. Lou broke it down like his like he was when the people were doing their votes, they're like, oh, you the primary states, this, that. That's how Lou was looking. Like he was breaking it down, this here, and there. But hey,
primary goes down.
That's a gift. Lou has a gift for breaking stuff down and simplifying everything.
He
I was a little bit my math teacher.
I was not a math person.
Shit, I ace everything. Shit.
Yeah, whatever.
But again, let's look at you know me speaking about ace and everything. Is this the best offense in the Reed and Mahomes era?
Hell no.
Ooh.
Is it? You know what I mean? Because you know if you look at it by like name wise, like a D Hop, they never had that. Hollywood Brown is always like been a D Robinson.
Is
or
this a trick question?
I'm asking you. Is it?
Well, some people were debating this last week, and I just thought it would be a good question for us.
That's a good question. It's a good question.
Well, I think the conventional wisdom is, oh my gosh, they've had so many problems, not as many explosive plays. How are they going to win? All these different things. I think to Hense's point, you've got some name recognition. You don't have a bunch of no-name receivers. Right. From that perspective, I think that this offense might be very the opportunity is there for them to be because you've got different types of receivers. They've never had, it seemed like, until Rashid really started to come on, like a big possession type receiver like D-Hop that just has claws. Anything you get near him, he's going to catch. You got the speed guy in Xavier. You've got Hollywood Brown that's somewhere in between that can do just about anything you want him to do in this offense. So the potential to really take teams apart is there. So that's kind of like the encouraging thing going into this playoffs, because we haven't quite seen it hitting on all cylinders yet this year.
Right.
But if it does at any point during the playoffs, you know, teams are shaking in their boots. I mean, because that's the one thing that they could say about the Chiefs. They're like, okay, if we can make them dink and dunk all the way down the field, eventually they're going to get, you know, it's one of those offensive linemen is going to get called for holding. Patrick's going to miss an open receiver, or somebody's going to drop one, or just some sort of mistake is going to happen. They'll end up kicking a field goal. We're good. So I think in that case, it has maybe more potential than, say, the Tyreek Hill offenses, but not nearly as effective.
I like what you said, potential. Yeah,
they haven't gotten to that level of production yet.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say hell no. The EB era was phenomenal because everybody looked fast. The ball was moving at great speed, man. You just couldn't. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know who to cover. You didn't know who to cover, man. And then you throw in Travis Kelce in here too with that explosive offense on the outside. It was incredible. Yeah, fullbacks out there looking like receivers, man. It was incredible, man. It was like it was something to behold with the EB era. The EB era, man. But this offense is okay. But ain't the EB era.
Whatever. Okay, so I mean, if you look at it from a perspective of Mahomes has, you know, more options to throw the ball to create the best matchup possible if he's given time in the pocket to make those decisions, as we've seen, you know, over the last 3 games, excluding the Broncos game where he did not play. And I think if you look at the overall talent, the experience, now they may not have the experience working with each other because of the injuries and a couple of the guys coming in late. You know, that's one thing. But I think if you look at this offense from the offensive line, Probably not the best it's ever been. I think the Schwartz era was good, and Eric Fisher era was great. The interior wasn't as good, but the outside was solid. Wide receiver, I think you've got a better group of receivers. You still got Kelsey. You've got now a pair, 3 running backs that can make plays. And I think this is the best. This is the best offensive potential I think the Chiefs have had going into a postseason, to where they could really do something special. I think we're going to see very similar type of games that we saw over the last 3 during that 11-day stretch. But I think this is the best. I think this is the most that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have had to work with at any point in their era together.
I would have to say, I would say yes by name wise. You didn't have a D Hop
by name and potential, man.
You didn't have a Hollywood Brown. You didn't have a all pro left tackle, even though that he's still coming off an injury, and DJ Humphries. And then you didn't have Kareem Hunt, right? You didn't have Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, coming out the backfield. So it's the fear of the unknown, right? It's the guys that you think about. Oh, yeah, the offense looked sloppy. This play call ain't looking. Everybody's not looking on the same accord, but the unknown, the untapped potential that you have in Worthy, the untapped potential that you have. And Hollywood Brown. And again, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Because in any era, it doesn't matter. As long as you have that man right there. I know Lou gonna say he brung it right back to Mahomes. As long as you have
he's the constant, right?
Right.
I think some of the differences are they're definitely not as explosive from the backfield. Not having Jet McKinnon is a huge difference. He was a difference maker, even though maybe he only played 10 plays a game. He could change the way you defend the Chiefs.
Right.
Just plain and simple. They don't have that guy right now, or even a guy like that. So those, I would say, would be the difference. And then obviously the offensive line is a huge bit of it. Nick kind of glossed over. Well, they had Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz. Yeah, they had 2 stud tackles. Mitchell was a much better right tackle than Eric was a left tackle, but they were both damn good at their jobs, and the middle was good enough that you didn't fear pass protection was going to be an issue.
Right.
So from a skill positions level, the guys that are in those positions, I think, are of a greater skill. But when you put it all together, the fact that the offensive line is an issue and Patrick can't always get to that skill that they have on the outside. And again, it's only been a few games. So that's why I say it's not so much potential because, they're young, they're inexperienced. No, they're all experienced and they've done it before. They just haven't done it together.
So that's what y'all getting at.
See those guys, when Patrick starts to get a little bit more time, or maybe they come out this game. And one of my keys to the game, I did a short, was actually getting the running game established and really putting that in the back of their minds, letting this offensive line, hey, I don't care how bad, Juwan Taylor plays or Humphreys plays. If you get those guys, if you get those guys coming downhill, they're a lot more comfortable running forward than they are coming back.
Hey man, listen. Everything was about potential. We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about none potential shit when EB was out there. When EB was out there, we weren't talking about none of this.
Hey, they had plenty of, even when EB was out there organizing the guys who were on the field for every play call that Andy Reid made.
Hey, Nick, they scared me, Nick. I'm not even playing on defense, man. That 18 EB offense, I was scared. I was scared.
They didn't know how to defend Patrick at that point.
Why, since he's been gone for so many years, all of a sudden that's EB's offense? And
how many head coaching interviews did he get this?
Forget about
the head coach. I'm talking about what did he do in Kansas City?
Forget about the interviews.
Yeah,
and again, nothing against him. He seems like a great guy, but what has he done since he left that's been successful?
Are we talking about after the Chiefs?
Yeah,
that's
since
since
he's
left.
gone.
That's what that means.
I don't know after Chiefs, EB.
Washington. Okay, I'll tell you.
Washington, the Chiefs.
Washington, one and done. UCLA, one and done.
I don't
Great
speak outside of the Chiefs, man.
Great dude.
I don't speak outside the Chiefs,
great
man. I'm talking about
great
within the
motivator.
offense and what they had. Yeah, he's cool, but
best
Great
running backs
dude,
coach in
great
Texas.
motivator. If you're going to sit here, and tell me that he had anything to do with the X's and O's at that time, I think you're delusional, and I think you're just
delusional. And they was playing at a high level with EB.
Then why wasn't he able to replicate
he was
that anywhere
zero
else?
X's and O's. He was
I don't speak outside
he was no
the
X
Chiefs organization in that
was
time.
no X.
Well, if you can only do it in
there.
one place,
Let him
what
finish.
does that tell you?
Let him finish. Go ahead.
What does
Lou.
that tell you?
What you mean?
What does that tell you? He wasn't able to replicate it anywhere else.
He's not.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. He's an old school cat that put foot to ass, man.
That's the only thing he brings to the table.
Right. That
he doesn't make you a great offensive coordinator.
When it comes to EB.
It doesn't make you a good head coach. It makes you a guy who can get it.
Well, all I'm saying is EB was the man when he was here.
I appreciate
the best
your love
coach
for the guy
ever had.
and how well you cape for him and stick up for him. He was not
Hey, listen, Lou. All I'm saying is, Lou, it was a highlight reel when EB was here. It was Watson was looking good. Yeah, Robinson looking good. Hell, the fullback was looking sweet. We ain't talking about Tyreek Hill. Powell was looking decent, man. Kelsey. It was sweet to look at. It was sweet to watch.
It was coincidental, and it had more to do with having a good offensive line than it did anything else.
The offensive line, Eric Fisher was horrible.
Oh my God. Okay, stop.
All right.
I'm calling the winner of this conversation.
Come on, Bo. Hey, Bo. Come on, Bo. Now, Bo. Now you know I'm right? Come on.
Hey, at least Kareem agrees with you.
Don't you go frail on me, Bo.
Don't stroke his ego, man. He'll never stop talking.
I'm right.
Bring up the next one, Hensley.
All right, next topic.
The question was, is this the best offense in the league era?
Yes.
So Dre was saying no. So both of y'all got
parts of it.
Yeah.
I would say the parts of it that are, I think, maybe third downs. And I think that's more Patrick's evolution of how he plays and how he views things. He's not taking huge shots when they know that he just has to move the sticks.
Right.
And the defense is so much better. He knows that he doesn't have to score a ton of points. They just need to be efficient, hold on to the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't get as many shots, and they're fine.
Yep. All right, next.
So next question. Should Kareem Hunt be the feature back on Saturday? This sounds like somebody had something against Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Nick.
I wonder who that might be. Listen, I don't have anything against Isaiah Pacheco. I question his vision, his ability to cut back, not to run in the back of his linemen, to look for holes and gaps. Right. I think what Kareem Hunt does, and I think he should learn from watching Kareem Hunt, and hopefully he has in this 3 weeks off, being patient, looking at taking a peek at, where you're supposed to go. But if you see something wide open, I can't tell you how many times, and I watched a lot of film, how often if he had just taken a beat and he had cut back, there were gaps, as wide as my room that he could have gone through.
Hey, if EB was still his coach, he'd be a 2,000-yard rusher, man.
You damn right, Lou. You damn right, Lou.
Yeah,
you got to see Lou started.
That's for sure.
Lou started it. I was chilling, Lou.
That is my only criticism. I like his speed. I love him as a player. I love his energy. I mean, he came back from a serious injury. God love him. But I think Kareem Hunt should be the featured back. He's going to handle all the stuff in the short yardage situations. They gave Pacheco the opportunity in the Steelers game, and a couple of times he didn't get it done. And even in the Houston game, the same thing. So I think they're going to ride Kareem Hunt till the wheels fall off. And I think this game means a lot to Kareem Hunt. It's his first chance to be back, in Kansas City on a playoff team. He didn't get that opportunity before. He's going to be highly motivated. But to me, you run Kareem Hunt as much as possible in this game.
No, I definitely agree with you. I think Kareem Hunt should be the guy. I think he should be the guy. He's been the workhorse for half this season. He's been doing a great job. Ball control, haven't been fumbling for real. Like you said, Nick, he follows the holes.
Yeah. Chiefs are drafting a running back. Chiefs are drafting a running back next year. No question.
What?
All I'm saying is this. I'm laughing because this I sound like I said follow the hose. It didn't sound right. So
yeah, you said follow the hose. You're talking about you now.
No, listen, I'm talking about like follow the. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got you.
But something with a follow.
That's just a regular Saturday night for Coach. Follow the hose. All right, so yes,
I'm trying to make a point, man. Go ahead.
When Kareem Hunt is on the field, yes, he'll be. I don't think you're going to have one of the. It's going to be split up. The thing about Kareem right now is he still has the contact balance. He still again can read the offensive line. Again, when there's certainly it looks like there's nothing there, he'll still make 2, 3, 4 yards out of it. Yeah. That's the only problem, I think, is that he typically doesn't get much further along than that. So as a short yardage back, I think he should get every single rep. Yes, absolutely. The way he's proven it to me.
Hey, he just know how to go through the
as far as Pops is concerned, you got a lot more speed. When they run those outside zone plays, I agree with you. Maybe the vision isn't quite there, but occasionally he may hit the hole and he's maybe not gone, but he's 20, 30 yards downfield.
Hit the whole
Kareem at this stage of his career just isn't able to do that. So they got to use them both. So
I think you youngsters need a timeout.
Because like I was with Lou when Lou said you got to hit the hole and go 30 yards. That's what I was getting at. Like he can hit it, and he got a good ball control. But all I'm saying is this: Pac does run very aggressively. Sometimes, and I'm like,
sometimes you need a little finesse.
Slow down. Then you slow down.
Sometimes you need a little finesse at running back.
But again,
let me say, hold on. Let me say gap better. Let me say run through the gap instead of saying run through the hole. Because
I guess the thing is, then you don't want to get too like with tendencies, and kind of telegraphing to the other team what you're going to do.
Absolutely.
If all of a sudden Kareem's getting all the short yardage carries, it's going to him when he's in there.
Absolutely.
Again, if it's like a 4th and an inch or 4th and like a half a foot, something like that, and it's going to be a run. Okay, fine, no problem. But they're going to mix it up, and Coach Reed's always done that, no matter where he's been. Some guys, if they get the hot hand, maybe they stay with them. Yeah. But if you just go in with a plan, I think it's going to be an even split.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree with Nick, man. What Nick said was.
Yeah, spot on.
Spot on. You got he can be Isaiah Pacheco can be a great running back, and he still is. I'm not saying the kid is not. Sometimes he runs right into the lineman. Sometimes he's not. He tuck his head down. He's not cutting. And somebody said in the chat is the same thing with CDH. I mean CEH or whatever.
That was Kathy Welch.
Yeah, But speaking on Saturday, that ball should be fed to nobody more, nobody else but Kareem Hunt.
Absolutely.
He deserves it. Yeah. He wants it more. He wants the ring more. He's probably more hungry than anybody else is on the team right by now. Yeah. He wanted his ring. He wanted to show that the Chiefs organization that he still have it. And also, this is a contract year for him too. So
self-respect.
Contract year for a lot of people.
Kareem wants his respect back. He playing for his respect.
He wants his opportunity. He knows he messed up, and he paid the price in every way, and now he's got another chance. And trust me, a lot of guys like that on this roster.
And he's right on the edge of 30, and everybody knows around the league that typically those guys don't get paid. It's year to year. It's league minimum. So. Yeah, I agree with you from that perspective, but they still got to use Pops because of the speed and just the opportunities that he can, when he doesn't have the ball, put some pressure on the linebackers as he's getting upfield. So, I still like the mix.
He's a big part of his offense too. He's a big part of his offense. Since he got his opportunity, man, this whole offense changed, man. It's a more balanced offense now.
They got 2 good running backs, and they got P. Ryan, and they're listen. They can get enough out of the running game to be successful Saturday, following Sunday, and in 2 weeks. So I'm not too concerned about it.
As long as it's good enough to slow the pass rush down a bit.
That's all that matters.
Take care of Will Anderson, them guys, man. Don't slow them down, man.
Speaking of a big part of the offense, but this is a big part of the defense. How big is return of Jalen Watson to the Chiefs defense, Lou?
Well, I would say if he's 100%, huge. I mean, you get, I think, probably the most consistent. I mean, outside of T-Cups, the most consistent corner that they've had.
Yeah.
Maybe the last 2 years. Outside of LJ, he's not on the team anymore, but he was pretty good last year. But my point is this: Jalen Watson allows them to play a little differently because now if you can throw Joshua on the outside and Jalen on the outside, and Cuffs can play the nickel.
There you go.
That can be some serious problems for some teams. Now they're going to move him around. They'll move Cuffs around a little bit, but if push comes to shove, he can create a lot of havoc in there. He's a ball hawk, in terms of knocking passes down, in terms of punching balls out. Once guys make it through the second level. So that's a big key. So if Jalen can play, even in this game,
right,
20 snaps, give us 20 snaps and kind of work his way up to the Super Bowl. That would be great for this defense.
I know.
I think Ruben said Williams is coming on, guys. Whatever. Listen, I'm gonna say this: if Watson comes back, I didn't say nothing bad. Did I say something bad? I didn't say nothing bad.
So whatever, sir.
No, I'm talking about whatever, as in whatever. Watson's back. Whatever. Watson's back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ruben, man. I didn't mean no disrespect when I said it. I'm just saying Watson's back. Nah, I mean, like you said, Lou. Now Watson's out there, and you put Williams out on the other side, and let McDuffie play his primary position. It's gonna work wonders for this defense. Because now Spags can honestly operate now. They can really do what he needs to do and be Spags. You know what I'm saying? So, but
he's still gonna be Spags. It's just a matter of who's covering the receivers.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I don't think his game plan is going to be. It'll be better with if Jalen Watson can play.
But how many snaps is he going to get though? That's what I'm saying with Jalen Watson.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's probably 25% of the defense.
Even if he gets like 20 snaps in the game, that's just a huge. It cuts the rotation down a little bit in terms of number of plays that the other guys have to play.
Yeah.
So that's just, and
third down passing situations.
That helps the rush as well. So he may not impact the game to a point where, he's going to get like 2 picks or going to completely shut down Nico Collins. But I think he gives him enough flexibility that everybody around him, their game lifts.
And that's the biggest key. This gives them another option to defend Nico Collins, because if Nico Collins has a big day, the Texans are going to be in this game. If Nico Collins does not have a big day, they're not going to be.
Shout out to Underdog, man, because shout out to Underdog. I had a valuable pick with Nick Collins.
Okay.
He didn't have a big game last game they played because Jalen.
He had a really good game against the Chargers.
Josh Williams locked him down last game. So
I understand that, but I think
the glaze holds out. The glaze holds out.
The other guys, Watson.
For all you Deontay Johnson honks out there.
Yeah.
By the way, he played one game with Houston, caught a pass. They win a playoff game, and somehow he's got the stones to bitch about it. And while we're talking about Pittsburgh Steelers wide receivers, how about the story that George, being George, shows up to the Christmas Day game late? And the biggest play he made was in the post-game interview with Patrick and Kelsey when they got their big Netflix coats to come in and give them a hug while they're on air.
And he said,
"You know where he wants to be. Where he wants to be.
Come get me."
We say it a lot. The
Steelers
damn
right,
know how to
Ruben.
draft
JB
wide
all
receivers, but typically they are head cases to the nth degree, and
they hit it big. They hit it big with the NFL.
They hit it big with AB. But everyone since then has just gone off the reservation.
So Juju? You talking about Juju? You talking about Juju? Juju was Juju? You said all Steelers wide receivers. Was it you talking about?
He
Juju?
was really good with AB, but other than that, I don't think he's ever had a
that was your boy. That was your boy, Bo.
But again,
I mean, I think Juju's a good dude. I just don't think he's a good TikTok dancer. He was good enough to be a number one receiver in the NFL.
No, I don't. I think injuries caught up to him a little bit, and then obviously
all that TikTok.
He was at the end of Ben Roethlisberger's career too, and that didn't help.
No, I like him. I think he's probably, even with all the distractions that came with him when he was younger, I think he's kind of figured it out and what it takes to win and be on a winning team. And kind of be part of the culture instead of trying to be a distraction.
I mean, Mango said he was our number one receiver in 22-23. So
and he played fantastic.
He played great. About mid-season, the light came on.
Back to the question. I'm gonna answer my part.
I haven't had a chance to answer, but you go ahead, Hense.
Because he'll get a chance to Drake threw it off board. So let's go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
Blame Drake.
I think the biggest thing that Watson brings is now you've got another cornerback that can blitz. We already know he can cover. We know how he can play. We've seen some video of him. He looks fine. He's 100%. He's not on the injury list. He's full participant. But this gives Spags another guy that knows how to apply pressure, going after the quarterback as well. And so this gives him another guy to rotate in. And we don't have to reply. We don't have to have Nazeeh Johnson out there in situations that he's not comfortable with. I think Roland Wallace has done a really good job, so maybe he kind of moves ahead there and they can rotate those guys. But this only helps the Chiefs defense. And I think it's going to help them significantly in the, in deciding how Spags puts pressure on Stroud.
I say it's going to be help him real big. Cause I think also you use Steven Nelson too. That I think he'll be,
he's got to be active. I don't know if they're going to have a spot for him.
I would throw him out there against his former team. You know what I mean? His former team.
I think he would love to see it.
Jason
Brownlee will wear Otis Taylor.
This is going to be the revenge of the former teams. I'm just saying.
Well, you got Hopkins, who was a Texan.
When's the last time Steven Nelson was on an NFL field?
That's what I'm saying. He rough. Throw him out there and get smoked.
I mean,
let that man get some reps, man.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he ever gets on the field.
Hell no, he ain't.
Let's get to the last question. Let's get to the last question.
What do we got?
Can the Chiefs pull off the 3-peat?
Question of the day.
That was all in caps, man. That was a serious question, wasn't it?
I think we had
very serious question.
That was a serious question.
I think we had that one September, right before the Ravens game, right?
Yeah, we did. But now that we're here,
now
that we're here, the Chiefs.
The picture is much clearer.
The Chiefs have to win 2 games at Arrowhead to get to the chance
bigger.
to be in the Super Bowl.
The fact that they have 2 home games.
Yeah.
Right. Well, 1 guaranteed, but more than likely 2 home games. You got to believe they can very least get there. Mm-hmm. Watching the NFC teams play, we'll see what Detroit has this week and like moving forward, how healthy they are. Some of they're getting a lot of guys back. We'll see what that picture looks like. But in terms of the AFC, that game in Buffalo is going to be a war. Okay. I mean, this last week, the lake effect machine has been turned back on. We've got another, I don't know, maybe not nearly as much snow, but it's going to be really, really cold. So I'm not saying that Lamar can't play in the cold, but I'm guessing it's really not his favorite thing to do, being a Florida guy. And that's not going to preclude him from playing well, but it's going to be difficult.
It's going to be cold in Kansas City, too.
So my point here to even bringing this up is that you've got these 2. I mean, this is like the game everybody wanted to see, right?
Yeah.
This is actually the AFC Championship game. These 2,
a lot of people are saying that
the 2 MVPs going head to head. Well, I think at the end of the day, somebody's going to come out of that game battered and bruised and have to get on a plane and come to Arrowhead and try to do it all over again. So, they absolutely can pull it off.
Are you saying that the Chiefs is going to kick Houston's butt?
Well, we'll talk about
that the conditions exist. You bring a dome team into that environment, into whether it's the cold, snow, whatever weather you got there. It's going to be cold. Not that they can't be successful, but their odds, I think, minimized by that.
No. What I'm saying is, you're saying the Chiefs are going to be there when they get there. Basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
I
you
mean,
guys say
I
about
mean, I don't think. Again, I think as Lou said, everything's favorable. We've talked about this so much, but now that it's here, you start to think about it. And you go, man, is there a chance they can't do it? Well, of course there's a chance. Houston could have just a perfect game, and maybe Mahomes doesn't make the magic in the fourth quarter. It's entirely possible. But again, I think you've got too many guys who know that this is the best chance they're going to have to get to a Super Bowl. The Hopkins and the Hunts and the Hollywood Browns and even Juju Smith-Schuster to go again. And I think the drive of Patrick Mahomes, the Kelsey, the coaching staff, you just line all these things up and you say to yourself, well, yeah, they could. I think, Chris Jones said it the best today. All these other teams, they talk about the Super Bowl. They talk about trying to win the Super Bowl or try to get to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs talk about winning the Super Bowl. That's it. That's all that matters to them. This is just a game in the way of making that reality come true. And they already know they can do it. They all believe they will do it. And they have the track record to show that they know how to do it. And I think that you can't, like these national pundits, man, I'm telling you, I'm so tired of listening to this drivel. The Ravens. The Bills. What if the Bengals made the postseason? Now Houston, because they had one good team where they took off, where they beat up an offensive line and Justin Herbert did Justin Herbert things. They win a game that if those turnovers don't happen, it's a 19-16 game, something along those lines. So,
those guys on those shows are also trying to sell these games. They want to
know it's about clicks, and
they want to make it sound like there's a chance. I mean, if you come in and just everybody's just like piling on the Chiefs and Houston has no chance and whatever, right? It's just not as compelling. Now, if you go on there and all of a sudden you try to state a case, here's how Houston can win, and they're probably obviously there is. It's the NFL, it's the playoffs. These teams are good, right? But I guess the point, if the Chiefs play their game, they're not going to lose. I mean, that's just plain and simple. That's experience, that's talent, that's just mindset.
Yep.
Right. All those, they have all those things. So unless they contribute mightily to the cause of the other team, they're probably not going to lose this game. Now, again, you see Baltimore, Buffalo, they've had their issues with both teams. They've beaten them both in the playoffs several times. So they have that kind of callus built up that, hey, I don't care what you guys throw at us. We'll figure it out. And we're at the end of the game, we're going to get it done. So everything exists for them to go ahead and do this. Again, they have to play maybe not even their best, but clean football.
Yeah. What you think, Drake? Is it?
It's turnover-free football. The Chiefs don't make bonehead decisions. Mahomes be dialed in. They can stick to the script. Yeah, the Chiefs can get it done, but we don't need arrogance, man. Stick what got you here.
We don't have that.
You make your offensive line tough. You don't change your left tackle, man.
There's no arrogance. There's no arrogance. There's no arrogance.
We don't need DJ out there, man.
No, there's no arrogance on this football team. This
DJ is not welcome on that line right now. It's about Tony.
Well, I'll
let me ask you a question. Do you trust Coach Reed?
Well, hell yeah.
You talking about Nagy or Reed?
Coach, do you trust?
When I
say Reed, I mean Reed.
I trust Reed all day. I'm just saying I don't trust Nagy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Do you trust your counterpart?
Also, ultimately, Coach Reed is going to make the decision who plays, right? So if he thinks that he's better off having his, I don't know, Hall of Fame left guard playing left guard instead of left tackle, I'm going to go with him. So if DJ Humphrey is I guess healthy enough to play, I think he has the idea that those two together is greater than Tooney and Caliendo together.
So Caliendo, Caliendo and Tooney was looking at Tooney. It was looking good. That was looking good. But DJ, I don't know, in a big game, a big moment. I don't know. Man.
I say this. Do you trust Coach Reed? That's what it comes down to.
If DJ is out there, I don't trust Coach Reed.
Okay.
Well, I'll put it like
according to
this.
sources, we believe that the game plan will be for DJ Humphries to start on Saturday.
Well, I say it like this: can the Chiefs pull off the 3-peat? Yes, they can pull off the 3-peat because there's only one man that can get it done. And I don't care about who's out there at left tackle. I don't care who's out there. I don't care what person's out there playing defense or wide receiver.
Lying like a
When you come out there and you pull out to the boogeyman's house, y'all know what's coming. You coming to the boogeyman's house, the boogeyman is ready to go. The boogeyman said,
I like the Grim Reaper better. This is my 10 cents.
So I like the boogeyman. The boogeyman said, hey, it's the boogeyman part 3. See, 3 part 3. He said, I got the part 1. I got the part 2. Now it's part 3.
He's got 3 rings. He's got 3 babies.
Hence, I have a suggestion.
All perfectly.
I have a suggestion for that picture. Patrick looks a little too buttoned up. Get a picture of him like after a game, and he's taking his helmet off, and his hair is all over the place, and he looks like he just came through hell. I think you should put that picture up there. I think it'll look more like the boogeyman.
Oh, here we go.
That man, like he's about to get real freaky out there, man.
Every time he's had a child in the season, they've won a Super Bowl.
Hey, no lies told there. Mango has sources in the OBGYN community in Kansas City. I am fully confident of that. And if he says that, he's got sources that say so.
That's for all those new blitzers out there, we tend to go off the rails quite a bit on this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just saying, though. Bo lying, man. He over lying.
5 letters I didn't expect to hear on our podcast.
Tell me he don't care about the line. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Like I said, hey, you put everybody said the AFC championships, the Buffalo Bills and the Lamar Jacksons of the world, or Derrick Henrys with the big legs, and all you do is run straight. We don't care about none of that. You let both of them go up there and play into triple-double overtime first in the playoffs and beat each other up. Then come straight to the boogeyman house and fall right into his soul.
That's right.
Where he can take the soul and go all
Saturday afternoon.
Let's go.
They're playing late into Sunday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that game's going to be over late. Travel back for the distance.
Frigid weather, beat down. But again, let's get into our sponsors before we close out. But again,
let's go.
That is crazy.
Let's talk about our sponsor, Mr. Eric Haynes, with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can walk you through the process of buying or selling a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than my good friend, Mr. Eric Haynes. He helped my wife, Emily, and I find our dream house. It was a long process. There were a lot of ups and downs, but he and his team were absolutely incredible, and they got the deal done. They got the deal done because he was there every step of the way. He took every text message. He took every phone call. He told us not to worry, and in the end, he delivered, and that's what you want for the best real estate experience. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com. Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for someone who could help you navigate through the waters of the health insurance world, there's nobody better who understands it than my wife. Listen, if you want a government option or a private option, if you're looking for a plan for yourself or a self-employed group or a small business family, whatever it might be, you need to understand what you're eligible for and the best plan available, and you want to find someone who understands the marketplace in the private sector. So for a free quote today, give her a call at 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Next up, guys at Resell Electronics. Roll tape.
Emily.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics is your one-stop shop for all of your consumer electronic needs. Hey, if you've got some old stuff lying around the house, they'll give you cash. And if you want to buy the latest technology, you want to get old games, you want to get phones, TVs, tablets, whatever it is, they're your number one source. They've got 2 great locations in Independence, both on Noland Road at 1214A South Noland Road and down on 40 Highway Noland Road inside the flea market. So if you want a great deal, this is your one-stop shop for all your electronic needs. Check out their website today. That's resell with a C, electronics.com.
Resell
Electronics.
Now our newest sponsor, the one that we're very proud to have, is part of the Chiefs Blitz family. That is the guys over at Underdog Fantasy. You can play the pick'em game. I do it every single day. Pick your favorite NFL stars, including Patrick Mahomes and Jackson, and Burrows, Jefferson, Bosa. It doesn't matter who it is. Hey, Josh Allen as well. You can play the NFL. You can play other sports. You get a chance to win up to 1,000 times your entry fee. Plus, it's available in 33 states. Deposit now and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash to join the millions of fans who've won billions on Underdog Fantasy. Got to check it out. Hey, when you go into the website, make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. Right here, you can see how easy it is to navigate through the process of making your favorite play of the day. And you can do multiple teams. You can do multiple players. It is the best fantasy game out there. I play it every single day. Make sure you check out underdog.com and use the Chiefs Blitz code to make sure you're registered.
There's no need to fear.
Underdog is here.
Well,
One of my favorite cartoons growing
who
up.
barked, man? Who barked?
You never seen Underdog cartoon, have you?
I did. I'm a pretty. I got an old soul.
Well,
Yeah,
everybody
no,
gets, everybody gets a little love, the sponsor. So I want to
Okay,
give
right.
Underdog.
Oh, you did it. You said
bark.
There you go. Hey, and if you're going to play Underdog Fantasy this
Wow,
weekend
Mike.
in the NFL playoffs, the free pick is Patrick Mahomes at 0.5 yards. So if he gets 1 yard receiving, you go from yellow to green in your pick'em game. And check out underdogfantasy.com. Make sure if you register from us, make sure you put the Chiefs Blitz code in there. And, yes, Tom, I do have some serious Chiefs merchandise behind
Tom
me.
Hood's trying to sell your stuff.
I am. I'm in the process of doing my second.
Shamelessly plugging his mother's salsa.
Yes, there you go, Vincent. We appreciate that. There you go. Hey, Vinny. I mean, we'll catch you a deal. Call me.
Hey,
all
man.
right,
I know Vinny got some of the best sauce in the city.
Why? Hey,
now.
if the milk, why buy the cow? If the milk is
gotta buy the cow.
Cayenne pepper.
Gotta
What the
buy
hell,
the cow.
Cayenne pepper.
No free salsa. And most of the
We're
comments
happy to cut a deal with you, Vinny. I've told you 1,000 times,
man.
buddy.
Yeah,
Dude,
pina colada.
Let's go. This isn't a one-way relationship. This has got to be both ways.
Yes, Tom, thank you. I do have a lot of stuff, and it's been a long time. I've been a collector for a long time. I'm in the process of purging round 2. So
round 2. Round 2.
Round 1 was about a year ago. So
hey, if y'all in the comment section want to donate your boy a Bengals flag, I'm here, man. Hey,
I have no Bengals stuff. Actually, I think I have one Bengals item somewhere. I'll see if I can find it.
All right, bet. Cool. Definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely getting that.
I think I do.
You're muted, sir.
You're muted. You're muted, sir.
That's
Said he want Joe Burrow draws. That's what he want. He want them fast.
I can get any piece of memorabilia or merchandise anybody wants. I'm happy to find it for him. I'll do all the work.
Put him back on mute. We can't even talk about some draws.
Can you get some of Burrow's hair from his last haircut?
Hey,
Coach is all over that.
Hey, I'll put that mug up in the frame, just like Michael. Just say it with Michael.
Get yourself one of those big shadow boxes and start putting all your
no Bengals merch here, man. No Bengals merch.
Come on, Tom. That's not cool. Tom, y'all know Joe Burrow is the best quarterback besides Mahomes. You see, I said I put Mahomes first, though.
We got a cigar. We got a cigar butt with his name on it.
Yeah. In the frame it goes.
Join us on Friday for our official AFC divisional round game preview versus of the Texas.
And if you want more of my madness, there's currently a new short up at chiefsblitz.com or actually Chiefs Blitz YouTube channel. Sorry, at Chiefs Blitz on YouTube. So yeah, check that out. 3 keys to victory. I've probably mentioned it a few times here today, and we'll mention it more on Friday. But damn it, go on there and watch the short.
So with that said,
I got a show too, Coach Ray show, where we deliver the good from Cincinnati. The good from Cincinnati in all sports platforms.
Why the hell are they putting chili on spaghetti noodles? Come on.
Can we just put Jabroni up there instead of his name?
Jabroni.
What is happening up there, Coach?
Oh, God. All right, guys. We appreciate it. We'll be back Friday at 1:30. We'll have a pregame show Saturday and probably a postgame show Saturday after the game as well. So we look forward to. We appreciate all you. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button to the show. We're trying to get our viewers up. We really appreciate it. It doesn't cost anything. And we appreciate those paid sponsors that we have as well. So
absolutely.
Appreciate you guys. 2 days away. It'll be Red Friday and the Chiefs' first divisional round game Saturday, 3:30 Central Time in Kansas City, broadcast on ESPN and ABC. And we'll be here for the entire experience.
Hey, Joe and Troy.
My favorite.
We get out of the
we don't lose with Joe or Troy.
Jim business.
Ooh,
we don't lose.
Joe and Troy.
Dude,
so
in the playoffs, we don't lose with anybody.
That's
man.
right.
Come
That's
on,
right.
Joe.
That's
Oh,
right.
so are we gonna get Tony Romo for the AFC Championship? I hope
Oh
not.
no.
Yes, we
Yeah.
will.
Absolutely.
CBS. It'll be the CBS
on,
late game.
Why everybody hate Tony Romo? Why is I hate
Brady.
Romo, man?
Brady and Kevin Burkhardt
I'd rather have
for
Brady
the Super Bowl.
I'd rather have Brady.
So, hey, what's your thoughts real quick on Brady and Romo? Which one would y'all rather have? Brady?
I'd rather have Brady.
Look at him off the rip, Brady.
Off the
You know, I'm too
I would have
partial.
Romo.
I'm too partial to Jim Nantz. I think they make a great tandem. I think they play off each other really well. I think Burkhardt and Brady have a little work to do.
Nice too. Yeah.
But I mean,
but they're the act of the Romo and Nance act is kind of wears. I mean, it was great. For the first few years, it was fresh, it was new, it was different, and it's kind of gotten stale. It's like you go see a comedian and he does the same set every time.
Good point.
It's like, okay, I've seen it already. Okay, so
I'm a big Nance guy.
Let's
He's one of
update
my
this
heroes.
thing, man. Let's go.
Next to Kevin
That's a good
Harlan.
topic there. That's a good topic there. Which one would y'all rather have?
Quite frankly, I'd rather go back to Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson. No shot to Brady. I think he's good, but Burkhardt and Olson, that to me was a really good.
You know what I do when Romo is on when Romo is on calling the games? You know what I do? I go old fashionedly. I turn down the TV.
Look at that radio.
I turn down the TV and
see, you're watching the game in real time. For us blokes
that
down here, we don't.
boom
We're on
box
YouTube TV. It doesn't
blasting.
work that way.
Y'all are fun,
Mitch Olsen's, and I put on Mitch Olsen's and I listen to it that way.
I'm 30 to 45 seconds behind on YouTube.
Oh no, definitely Dylan Bolt's out here. Everybody behind with him, man. Just keep him updated. But you'll hear.
Here we go, Jim.
You sound just like Romo. Here we go, Jim.
Yeah, it does. It's so irritating, man. It's so irritating. But with this,
break down everybody's offensive play. Like, dang, bro. Like, are you in the huddle?
That's right. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, Vincent. KU and Iowa State tonight at 6:00. Watch that line. It just changed. There's been a big change in the Iowa State Cyclone lineup.
Check it out on Underdog Sports. Plenty of opportunities.
Underdog Sports.
Put your entry in now.
Friday we got Factor Cap. We got the Cube top 6. Also we got we got story time with Nick. So packed show on Friday like always.
Hey, that top 6 might look a little easier. There's
only be a whole lot different now.
Teams left.
It's just the 6 to get to the big dance. So
do the Bengals show up this week?
Hell yeah, they do.
they show up falling back.
I wish my Bengals was in the playoffs, man. But all right, that's fine.
All right, peace out, everybody.